I don't know how many more of these overtime games I can take, y'all. What's going on, Canes fans? Check it out, a post-game react and recap where I'm not pacing back and forth in my studio with a phone in my hand. I like these a lot more. Now, that doesn't mean it was pretty, but I always say I'll take an ugly win over a loss all day. And boy, was it ugly. Absolutely hideous at times. But the Canes do find a way to finish and get the win in overtime against Virginia, 29-26. And what's pretty wild when you look at this is the fact that Virginia has lost 3 ACC games this season by exactly 3 points. You know that has to be eating away at Tony Elliott, the entire coaching staff, their fan base, their players. That's just wild. But let's dive into this instant post-game recap and reaction. And don't worry, Coop doesn't hold back. We're going to talk about the good, but we're also going to address some of the bad. And of course, I try to keep these short, sweet, and to the point. So if I leave anything out, it's not on purpose. It's just impossible to cover everything. But that's where you guys can chime in, talk it up down in the comment section below, and discuss anything that I miss. Or maybe, dive deeper into some of the things that we talk about. And we'll wrap it up by looking at some stats for the game. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with the bad so we can end on a high note talking about the good things. And let's just go ahead and say it. Pitiful first half for Miami on offense. Just straight up flat and uninspiring. We went into halftime down 10-3 with 99 total yards of offense. Yes, I know that you already knew that from watching the game. I know that I just said it, but let me back up and say it one more time in case it still hasn't sunk in. We went into halftime against a 2-5 Virginia team down 10-3 with 99 total yards of offense. There's literally no excuse for that, and we're lucky that we were playing Virginia. Honestly. And let's just go ahead and get this one out of the way as well, because I know that's what Canes fans are going to be talking about all over social media. Tyler Van Dyke. I really feel like that he felt more like a liability in this one. 2 interceptions, which means he's now thrown 7 in his last 3 games. Overthrown, underthrown, double coverage, triple coverage. I'm honestly not even sure what to say. He's playing hurt, and I'm not sure at this point if it's maybe hurting the team more than it's helping by trying to play him. Again, people keep saying, Coop, TBD is not injured. Coop, Mario says he's good to go. Coop, they said he's 90 to 100% in the broadcast before we kicked off. Well, I'm here to tell you that's a load of baloney. Manure, BS. He is not 90 to 100%. He's still got the finger wrapped. He's got the giant brace on his right leg. And when you have any type of lower extremity injury, that can impact the way that you throw the ball. I just think it's doing more harm than good, but I understand that this coaching staff probably wants to play the guy that has the most experience. And I told you guys there's no QB controversy. And people ripped me up and they said, Coop, there absolutely is. No, I'm talking about when it comes to the coaching staff. If they think Tyler Van Dyke can play, even if he's not 90 to 100%, they are going to play him. And at this point, I don't really know what to say, because I do think a healthy Tyler Van Dyke, or at least mostly healthy, probably does give us a better chance to win football games. Just look at the stats, right? But an unhealthy, hurt Tyler Van Dyke possibly does more harm than good for this team. And who knows what the outcome would have been if Emory would have been out there. Maybe it would have been much uglier. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I just know that I'm seeing a Tyler Van Dyke that is struggling for whatever reason it might be right now. And sticking with the offense for a moment, did you guys notice that we had 0 red zone trips in this game? I had to go back and double check the stats because I almost didn't believe it. That's the first time that's happened since 2019. And we also could not contain their wide receiver, Malik Washington, who racked up over 150 yards against us this afternoon. But to be fair, I don't really think any other team in the country has really fully contained that guy. He puts on a show and continues to put up big-time numbers every game. Overall, we're still just inconsistent across the board, and it makes you have to hold your breath way more often than you would like to during games. I mean, it seems like that the cardiac canes are now back, and that's not something that that I think my heart can handle if that's the case for the rest of the season. But let's talk about some good things. And as far as I'm concerned, I believe that Andy Borregales, yes, our kicker, Andy Borregales, deserves the MVP award in this game. He was literally responsible for 11 of our 29 points, and he hit a 50-yarder in this game. He's been clutch for us, especially in overtime, and kickers need love too. I don't feel like this guy is getting enough recognition, so I want to see some people showing my man Andy Borregales some love down in the comment section, because when he comes out there, we know that there's a good chance he's putting it through the uprights, and he's good from 50, 55 all day. Our O-line gave up 0 sacks against Virginia, and that's what you hoped and expected to see, right? Coming into this game, Virginia has 7 total sacks in their season. Literally 7. So I expected Miami's O-line to hold up and perform well, and overall, yeah, they did their thing. And I think that we can all agree, okay? I realize that, it's 50-50 on the QB thing and other different things with the team, but we can all certainly agree that Ruben Hurricane Bain needs to be protected at all costs. And what I mean is keep that man on this roster and keep him in college for as long as possible. Start backing up the Brinks trucks and give him whatever he needs or wants, because he leaves it all on the field every play. And I'm just excited to see this guy continue to make progress as a Miami Hurricane. Both running backs, Allen and Fletcher, had a good afternoon. I mean, A.J. Allen literally hurdled over a dude and ran it in for a touchdown. And Fletcher put the team on his back in overtime, picking up yards after contact and just running hard, not giving up on the play. And don't worry, Cohen, we saw you blocking on that final play in overtime. Don't think we didn't notice you. It's shown multiple times that if we win the time of possession, our defense can stay fresh, especially in the second half of ball games, and they play really, really good. I'm talking lights out. So we've got to be better about doing that. We don't need all these 3 and outs. We need some, 5, 6, 7 minute drives at times from this offense. And if pounding the rock is our identity, then that's what we need to do. Let's freaking do it. I just have to see consistency, though. That's the number one thing I need. If running the ball is what we're going to do, let's do it, and let's do it well each and every week. Let's make it happen. But with all that out of the way, let's take a quick look at the stats over on ESPN.com. I'll make it brief because your boy Coop has a celebratory Taco Bell dinner lined up. So, I definitely need to make my way over there here pretty soon. First downs in this game, Miami coming in 16 compared to Virginia's 24. Third down efficiency, 5 of 13. 276 total yards in this game. That's pretty bad. I do not like that number. That every time I look at that, I throw up a little bit in my mouth. It's tough, but I swallow it back down. It is what it is. 163 of that passing, 113 on the ground. It is pretty awesome to see penalties on both sides of the ball here with this. 0 for Virginia. Now, obviously, we would like for that to be higher for our sake, right? But 2 for 20 from Miami. 2 total penalties in this game between both teams. That is absolutely wild. I almost didn't believe it until I double-checked it. Again, we lost the time of possession battle, 25-24 for Miami, 34-36 for Virginia. Looking at the box score here, 20 of 30 for TVD, 163 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 picks. A.J. Allen led the way on the ground, 11 for 67. Fletcher right behind him, 11 for 47. Both of those guys had a touchdown. We tried to get Brashard Smith in the run game here, but he had the 1 carry for 1 yard. Nothing too crazy in this one. They probably saw that coming, but I say we still try to get Brashard Smith more involved as much as we possibly can. It's no shade, but it's also no surprise that Restrepo led the way with TVD at quarterback, 3 receptions for 48 yards. Young had 3 for 35. Nothing too crazy, right? Take a look at this. Longest, 25, 19, 9, 11, 12, 9. Really kind of focused on that short to intermediate passing game. Again, is that because Tyler Van Dyke is playing hurt? Is that limiting us? You tell me. Defensively, sacks, we had 6. James Williams led the way in total tackles with 13, 6 solo, multiple tackles for loss here. Freaking, again, Hurricane Bane, 7 total tackles, 3 solo, 2 sacks, 2.5 tackles for loss. Like, yo! Kiko also played really well. Cam had the pick 6. Flag was flying all over the field. Defensively, again, as long as our guys are rested up, playing pretty dang good. Kick returns, it was good to see Ray, man. 3 for 75 total yards. Hopefully he's okay. We know he took that hit and had to come out. But give me more Ray in kick and punt returns. And again, our guy MVP, Andy Borgalis, 3 of 3, 50-yarder. Hit all of his extra points. So happy we can rely on him. So happy. I'm still just honestly not sure what to make of the QB situation. But either way, Miami improves to 6-2 with NC State coming up next week. Pretty sure NC State handled business against Clemson by 7 or 10 points. I'll have to double check the score, but I know that they did beat them. It's going to be an interesting game, man, but enjoy the win. We can nitpick it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I expect you guys to nitpick it. I'm sitting here laying out the good, but also talking about the bad. I did not anticipate the game being this close. You guys know we don't run. We don't hide from predictions. I had 34-17, Miami Hurricanes victory. But at the end of the day, we did predict a win, and we did walk away with a win. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you the little outro. We're going to whip out the 2023 Miami Hurricanes score prediction board. That way we can finish filling it out. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.